what the black man and woman needs to know about the nation, about the world, about themselves. Muhammad Speaks It. To order your 12-issue subscription to Muhammad Speaks newspaper, 313-371-7033. 313-371-7033.
Kareem Bean Pie is the grand champion of all bean pies. The rich flavor and smooth texture takes this pie to a whole new level of delicious. One bite and you'll understand why people all over the country call daily to order Kareem Bean Pie. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033. Kareem Bean Pie.
This bean pie is delicious.
Muhammad Speaks presents Messenger Elijah Muhammad's Teachings by Minister Khalil Shabazz every Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. at Muhammad's Temple of Islam, 12609 East McNichols Road in Detroit.
Brothers and sisters, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent and Merciful. Soul Masters, dear gentlemen, in which we now live, the alone that we serve, and the alone seek for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path of those upon whom thou spell thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he, Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none is earth to be served, worship, or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is that true servant and last apostle. Ameen. We'd like to acknowledge the brothers and sisters that extended us the greetings of Assalamu alaikum. We have Brother Michael Mikhail Shabazz of Tucson, Arizona. And we have Captain Hakeem and the believers in Richmond. I'd like to say in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and in the name of his last and greatest messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I'd like to greet the brothers and sisters with the Nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. Today we like to talk about coward Israelite men and the war on black women. Now this week, I saw what inspired this. This is the white apologetic. His name is Vocab Malone. He got a video that's called IUIC's War on Black Women. And I thought that was pretty interesting. Because Vocab Malone, he do stuff against Islam too. But the difference between when he talks about Islam, he do what everybody do. They talk about Prophet Muhammad and the 1400 year ago stuff. Nobody who talks against Islam ever can speak against what the messenger taught us or the results of what the messenger taught. When people speak against Islam, most of the time they only talking about the distorted history of Christian scholars about Islam. That's what they talk about. But when it comes to these Israelites, when you listen to them, even the white man can tell they got a war against black women. Because when I listen to these Israelites, as long as I listen to them, I've never heard them say nothing good about a black woman. Never. Only thing I've heard them say is they say something halfway good just to bring them down to the ground. They try to bait the sister in with something halfway good, like you shouldn't do this or that. But they just baiting them in only to humiliate. It's never telling us what's good about black women. Why should we marry black women? Why should black women have pride in themselves? They never tell us nothing good about a black woman. So the Israelites got this campaign what they call Don't Listen to Black Women. They talk about how the black man, the man is the prize. They tell you can't confide in a woman, you know, talk to her. They had a video talking about you should talk to a cat before you confide in your woman. They just say all kind of nonsense against the black woman. They fit perfectly in this Shahrazad Ali, Kevin Samuels generation of black men. Now, we always got to go to the messenger, because the messenger's assessment of the black man I love. Because he never told us that the black woman should be held accountable. He always taught us how the black man should be held accountable. Because everything starts with the man. When the messenger wrote his book, it's called Message to the Black Man in America. Now, the book is also for the sisters, but the primary focus is message to the black man in America, because the man is the head. The man is the quote-unquote boss. So if anything is going to change with the black man in America, it must start with the black man himself. So first, I want to start with a prophecy in the Quran, because these lying niggas say that there are no prophecies in the Quran. They say that the Quran is not the black man's book. So let's go to the June 6, 1959 Pittsburgh hearing. And it's called The Danger of Taking Enemies for Friends. The messenger quotes Holy Quran chapter 3, verse 117. That's in the title. Then he quotes chapter 3, verse 118 inside of the article. Let's quote both of the verses from the Quran. It says, "O you who believe, take not for intimate friends other than your own people." Now, most people think that Islam is an Arab religion. But the messenger taught us that he is the Muhammad of the Holy Quran. This would be a clear example of how the messenger is the Muhammad of the Holy Quran. Because when you look at the Arabs, was it a time in their history that Allah had to tell them, "O you who believe, take not for intimate friends other than your own people"? The Arabs was never enslaved. The Arabs was never robbed of a knowledge of self. The Arabs never was taught, "Bless those who despitefully use you." They was never taught to turn the other cheek. These were all the things that was taught to the black man when we was robbed of a knowledge of self by the white man. So in the Holy Quran, it says, "O you who believe, take not for intimate friends other than your own people. They spare not pain to cause you loss. They love that which distress you. Venomous hatred has already appeared from out of their mouths, and that which their hearts conceal is greater still. Indeed, we have made a message clear to you if you understand." It says, "Lo, you are they who will love them while they love you not. And you believe in the book, in the whole of it. And when they meet you, they say, 'We believe.' And when they are alone, they bite their fingertips in rage against you. Say, 'Die in your rage. Surely Allah is knower of what is in their hearts.' It says, if good befall befalls you, it grieves them. And if an evil afflicts you, they rejoice at it. And if you are patient and keep your duty, their struggle will not injure you in any way. Surely Allah encompasses what they do. That's talking about the black man. They ain't never, if this ain't talking about the black man, who is it talking about? Because it says, lo, you are they who will love them, while they love you not. And you believe in the book, in the whole of it. When this was revealed to Prophet Muhammad, the entire Quran was not revealed. So what book is it talking about? It's talking about the Bible. The black man believed in the Bible. He believed when the Bible say, bless those who despitefully use you. He believed when it say, turn the other cheek. He believed when it say, love your enemies. He believed when it say, for God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. We believe in the whole of it. Then when the white man comes, it says, and when they meet you, they say, we believe. That ain't talking about here. If it is, what book was it talking about? What people was it talking about to there? But it's talking about the black man. That's right. We love to death. And this prophecy in the Holy Quran has been the problem of the black man for 400 years. Yes. The black man loves a people who hate him. Because when you listen to many of these Kevin Samuels and these Shahrazad Ali people, they want to make you think that what destroyed black women is feminism. The black man was providing and protecting the black woman. She was at home being safe. Ain't nothing was wrong. It was a perfect little house. Then all of a sudden a white woman came with feminism. Then black women said, you know what? I want to be independent. I want to start getting support from the government. I want to leave this perfect husband who been providing for me for 400 years. Now I want to listen to the white woman talk about feminism.
Enjoying the show? Help keep us on the air. 313-371-7033. That's 313-371-7033 to make a donation.
Now I'm independent. That's why we always got to go back to the message. Let's go to the message. It says the danger of taking enemies for friends. It says, oh, you who believe, do not take for intimate friends from among others than your own people. They do not fall short of inflicting loss upon you. They love what distresses you. Venom and hatred has already appeared out of their mouths. And what their hearts conceal is greater still. Indeed, we have made the communication clear to you, if you will understand. That's Holy Quran chapter 3, verse 117. The message. We, the lost and found members of the tribe of Shabazz, so-called Negroes, have for 400 years sought the friendship of our enemies, the white race, the devils, to the destruction of our own nation. That's the first point. The messengers say, we, the lost founders, tribe of Shabazz, for 400 years we've been trying to make friends with people who hate us, to the detriment of our nation. He ain't said nothing about the black woman. He says we have sought for 400 years, we have for 400 years sought the friendship of our enemies, the white race, the devils, to the destruction of our own nation. The white race does not desire sincere friendship with black people. They may pretend to be your friends if you have something that they want, such as your woman. That's the message. Talking to the black man. He said a white man don't have no kind of love for you at all. He said they pretend to be your friend when you have something that they want, your woman. That was the message. This was long before feminism. This was long before black power. This was long before anything we think of when we think about the civil rights movement. We never think in the civil rights movement we are the blame for the condition of our women. We never think that it's because of our love for the devil is the reason why our women is in the condition they in today. That goes over our heads. But the messenger is calling us to account. He says they may pretend to be your friends if you have something that they want, such as your woman, your women. Through her, they corrupt your nation and bring it to disgrace before the nations of the earth, as they have done for the poor black people of the earth, of America. So now he's telling us that it's through our woman that the white man destroys our nation. That's where most people would stop. Because that's how most people blame the black woman. Because a lot of the things that destroy our nation, the white man do through the woman. That's a fact. But let's keep going with what the messenger said. He says, because of this unity among us and no control over our women, we stand by with folded arms, cowards to the core, and allow the human brute beast to take our women and little girls out of our arms to beat, rape, and destroy the most priceless gift of a nation, its woman. That was the message. Now it's a fact. The white man pretend to be our friends when they see that we have something that he wants. What he wants is our women. He has destroyed our nation through our women. That's a fact. But then the messenger said, you stand there with folded arms, coward to the core. He ain't say you just a coward. He said to the core. He said you stand there coward to the core and allow the human brute beast to take our women and little girls out of our arms to beat, rape, and destroy the most precious gift of a nation, its woman. Now we got to give some examples. We can't just say that and just leave it at that. We got to give the black man some examples. Let's go to the August 15th, 1959 Chicago Defender. This is a black newspaper. At the top of the newspaper, it says NAACP attacks Muslim cult. It don't say NAACP attacks the Ku Klux Klan. It don't say the NAACP attacks these rabid racists in the White Citizens Council. But it say NAACP attacks Muslims. This is showing our love for those who hate us. This been going on for 400 years. We immediately see when the messenger start, he teaching hate. But we never accused the white man of teaching hate. So this says NAACP attacks Muslim cult. It says Roy Wilkins hits racists for aid. Then you have another article on the front page of the Chicago Defender. It says 2 whites attacked teen girl mother. Let's read that article. It says 2 white men were arrested and held without bond here Thursday on charges of raping a 14-year-old Negro girl and attempting to rape the child's foster mother. The defendant, arrested at a packing plant where they worked, were identified by police as Marion Bufford Hooks and Pete Coleman 40. So while he attacking the messenger, white men raping black women. It say they raped the 14-year-old girl, then tried to rape her mama. Where was the black man? Standing by, coward to the core, with folded arms, watching the white man destroy our woman. We never think about that in this Shahrazad Ali, this Kevin Samuels generation. Because without Islam, the black man is still a coward to the core. Yeah. You still don't want to deal with the fact that you failed your women and children. Because when I was in high school, one of the songs that came out in rap that touched all of our hearts was Dear Mama. That was the anthem. Every black, at least in my generation, I can't speak for these brothers today. The toughest brothers was rapping Dear Mama. Because for years, we all saw how our mothers and the mothers in the community was just like what Tupac was saying. Didn't have nothing. Fathers abandoned them, but they were still holding it down. In amazement we used to be. How these black mothers holding it down with very little to nothing. This has been going on for decades. Because the black man is coward to the core. He stand around and watch. When the white man said with welfare, he said, look, nigga, we ain't gonna give this woman no welfare if you in the house. The black man didn't say, what you mean? Well, then that mean I gotta go get me a job and provide for my... No, he just left. But Shahrazad say the black woman just wanna be taken care of by the government. Niggas love her. She the biggest snake that ever joined the MGT class. It's hard for me to talk about the black woman without talking about that snake. Because the black woman had to always sit and watch her man be coward to the core, fold his arms, and just watch the white man take advantage of her. Maybe the black woman thought, if the white man say I can't get welfare, if my man home, maybe he'll get a job. Maybe that might happen. But the nigga didn't say I'm gonna get it. The nigga say, well, the white man say we can't get the money if I'm here, so I'm just gonna leave. That's what I'm gonna do. Folding his arms, coward to the core. When the black woman was right. You would think that the black man, especially how tough niggas talk today, these Israelite niggas, they out there humiliating the black woman. But when the black woman was right, the black man being coward to the core, standing around, folding his arms, looking at the messenger like he teach hate. Messenger said, love yourself. Defend yourself. The messenger is the one who had to teach the black man the right to self-defense. The messenger had to teach us it's a divine right for you to defend yourself. Imagine that. Nigga coward to the core. Nigga will stand by with folded arms and watch the white man take his woman, rape her, and beat her. women and children. Won't do nothing. So God had to come in the person. That's how bad our situation was. We was a people who loved somebody who hated us. So God had to come. Tell us, no, you supposed to fight with those who fight with you. That's Islam. You have a right to self-defense. It's okay to bust people in the head about your woman. It's okay to kill them. It's okay to make examples out of people. That's okay. That was the message. Yeah. It's okay to kill them. Let's keep going with this because there's a lot I want to get to. So in the article, it talks about how these white men came to rape this 14-year-old girl and her mother. The NAACP ain't talking about that. They talking about the messenger. So in the article against the messenger, it says the NAACP disavowed the activities of a Negro religious cult reported to be preaching black supremacy and the demise of the white race. Love for those who hate. What's wrong with that? If they teaching you little black Sambo, if that's okay. If they teaching you 4 little niggas. If they teaching you we used to be monkeys. If they teaching us that Noah cursed Ham black. What's wrong with the message? Say, okay, since that's been going on for years, I'm going to teach black supremacy. Let's just say hypothetically. That's what the messenger said. He said, I'm going to teach the black man to love himself. I'm going to teach the black man to protect his woman. I'm going to teach the black man to stay at home and be a father. I'm going to teach the black woman to stay at home and take care of your children. And I'm going to tell them that that devil that you believe is under the ground is really this white man who raping you. He ain't giving you no justice in the court. He's segregating you. He done raped and robbed you for 400 years. He the real devil. What's wrong with that? But like the Holy Quran said, you cannot take for intimate friends those who are other than your own people. Because they hate you. Let's go to the prophecy in the Quran. It says that we cannot take for intimate friends those who hate us. It says, oh, you who believe, take not for intimate friends other than your own people. They spare no pains to cause you loss. They love that which distress you. Venomous hatred has already appeared from out of their mouths. Little black Sambo. Noah was cursed black. Nigga mammies taking care of my children. Nigga man can't come in my house but at the back door. Venomous hatred has already appeared from their mouth. Then it says, and that which their hearts conceal is greater still. Imagine that. The white man, he spews out venomous hatred for the black man. But Allah say what's in this cracker's heart is greater still. That's the white man. That's a divine prophecy in the Holy Quran. Talking about the black man. These the people we love. Then it goes on to say, indeed we have made the message clear to you, if you understand. The message. He made the message clear to us. The white race is a race of devils. He made it clear to us, if we understand. It says, lo, you are they who will love them while they hate, while they love you not. and you believe in the book. That's very important. Because the messenger taught us that Abraham prayed. Because all of this stuff is connected to each other. When we look at this prophecy, where Allah's prophesying about the black man loving the people who hate him. The black man believes in the book wholeheartedly. Then the people say, we believe in the book too, but they lying. But Allah say, you believe in the book wholeheartedly. So Abraham prayed. Abraham and Ishmael. He said, oh Allah, raise up in them a messenger who will teach them the book and the wisdom. Though before they were in manifest error, teach them their ways and acts of devotion. Make them a nation submissive to thee. That was Abraham praying for the messenger, praying for us to have somebody who gonna come and teach us to love ourselves when nobody else will. The messenger I was reading in is called The Confidence Gained Through Prayer. The messenger talked about how we should be thankful to Allah for all his many blessings that he bestow upon us daily. He said we should also be thankful for his coming and that he accepts us. I was like, wow, that's not that he came. Not just that he came, but that he accepted us. That's something that we never think about when we disrespect the messenger and Master Farad. Master Farad Muhammad came and accepted us as we were. Can you imagine that? You God in person. You coming from heaven. You coming from a place where you not being lynched. You not being killed. You not being segregated. You ain't robbed of a knowledge of self, but you're around a people who love the devil and hate theyself. You're around a people who eat hog. You're around a black man who's so cowardly he won't even protect his own woman. But you accept them as they are. When you have other foreigners come here, they don't accept us as we are. They take advantage of the black man. Yes. All the Arabs who come over here, they don't accept us as we are. They see that as an opportunity to take advantage of the black man. All the Indian people who come, all the Chinese, the Italians, the white man. Everybody sees the black man's condition as an opportunity to take advantage of us. But God, who came July 4th, 1930, to Black Bottom, Detroit, he accepted the black man. He was what the Bible calls the Good Samaritan. He saw the black man who was struck in the head and left half dead. He was struck in the head. He was left half dead. The priest walked by the black man. The Jew walked by the black man. But the Good Samaritan, he had compassion. He took the black man to an end. He healed his wounds. And he left him with a keeper. He told him, take care of him while I'm gone. And he gave him 2 pits, the Bible said. And Allah told him in the story that whatever you spend more on him, I will return it to you when I come back. That was Allah. That was a story talking about Master Farad Muhammad. Yes. He didn't leave us in the same condition he found us in. Messenger said that God taught him for 3.5 years, night and day. Messenger said it was like he was in jail. That's how you had to be taught if you come into the deaf, dumb, and blind. Ain't no, okay, I'll come back tomorrow and no. Messenger say it was like he was in jail. Night and day. All day long. These people are dead. They walking around mentally dead. So I ain't got time to be wasted. I got to teach you quick. 3.5 years, the messenger said. Then that wasn't it. The messenger said he had to go on the run for 7 years. That was the message. All this he had to go through to teach the deaf, dumb, and blind. Yeah. This is all he had to learn about the price of teaching the dead. They gonna get jealous. Because even though they dead, they think they alive. They think that the people who they love is really better than them. So they gonna hate you for teaching them the truth. That's what Master Farad Muhammad had to teach the messenger, and he had to show him. They gonna hate you. Messengers say you should be happy, but you hate me. He said you don't hate me simply because I tell you the truth. You hate me because you love the devil. And I'm telling you the truth of the devil. That's why you hate me. This prophecy in the Holy Quran was truer in more ways than one. Not only do we love those who hate us, we hate those who tell us the truth about the ones we love who hate us. That's the condition we was in. Yes. The black man hates the black woman. The messenger said a black woman is the most prized possession of any nation. Is this woman? But the black man, he loves who hates him, but he hates the prized possession. That's a nigga. We've been made into a bunch of coward to the core niggas. That's what we have become. Because the white man robbed us of a knowledge of self. So instead of us loving that prized possession, we hate him. So the messenger goes on. This comes from, I forgot, I think this was the August 15th, 1959, Pittsburgh Courier. It says -4 months per year for goodness. Whites get 2 years in Negro woman's rape. So we saw how when the messenger was being attacked in this black newspaper, you seen sisters raped. Now we go to another black newspaper. This time, this is the Pittsburgh Courier. Sisters being raped. Right under this article of the sister being raped, it says Muslim leader preaches race hatred. That's the message. This all that Master Farad, this all you gonna have to deal with. They don't hate the white man at all. But they gonna hate you for teaching them the truth. That's why the messenger was chosen by God. Yes. He ain't just some man who was sitting down reading the Bible and say, oh, you know what? I want to help my people. No. God chose the messenger. The messenger was talking about one time when he said he was in Cordell, Georgia. He said he used to have a wagon that he used to go and pick up scraps and junk around Cordell, Georgia. So he said he seen when he was in the woods, he saw them lynch an 18-year-old boy who he knew. He said he was a little boy. He talked about how frightened he was that, you know, you seeing somebody who you know be lynched. But the messenger said he hoped that when he became a big man, that he could do something to help his people. That's what the messenger said. So the messenger was made of the right material. He loved the black man. Even though the black man hates himself, he hates his woman, he hates his children, the messenger loved the black man. So he was made of the right material. He was the man that God can choose to be among these people who hate themselves, but they love their enemy. And they not going to love you for helping. They going to hate you. They hate the messenger today. All the messenger did for the black man. Why we don't have nothing for him like we do for Dr. King? It should be a sum for the messenger down in Georgia. Ain't nothing for him. It should be some for the messenger in Detroit. Ain't nothing for him. When you go to the Charles H. Wright the last time I came, they got a FOI uniform that just say this was Elijah Muhammad's uniform. But they got statues of Muhammad Ali. They got stuff of Malcolm. They ain't got nothing for the messenger. Because they still hate him for teaching us the truth. Because the black man is still a coward to the core. We still love those who hate us. So the messenger, while at the top article talking about a rape, he being attacked this time by the white press. It says Mags blast Muhammad. It says Times and U.S. News and World Reports magazines carry articles on the rise of Elijah Muhammad's Muslim sect and condemns his teachings of black supremacy and hatred of the white man. Says U.S. News and World Reports. Muhammad tells his listeners that the white man is the greatest drunkard, greatest seducer, greatest murderer, greatest adulterer, greatest deceiver on earth. What's the lie? But they hate the message for telling them the truth. Yes. That's a fact. So it goes on to say, it says Negroes are promised that they will soon gain control of New York City. And the white rule in the U.S. will be overthrown by 1970. I like that. When you read them old articles of the Messenger, before 1970, the Messenger was teaching hard that by 1970, it was all going to be over. That's what he used to say all the time. I believe that the destruction going to come by 1970, all black people going to believe, and that's what he used to say. Then 1970 came. No destruction of the white man. Black man still deaf, dumb, and blind. So everybody looking like, what's going on? Why ain't the white man destroyed? I heard the messenger say. He said, just like in Nineveh. He said, God told Jonah to tell the people that he was going to destroy Nineveh in 40 days. The messenger had an answer for everything. Because and this is the thing about the messenger, how Allah even tries us today. When I was doing my research, I would start reading how the messenger say in 1970 it all was for. I'm thinking like, because before when I first started doing my research, all the Muhammad Speaks newspapers wasn't online yet. So it took time for you to get the teachings of the messenger. It wasn't like you could just go and get it. So I was getting all these papers, and the messenger saying that, and he would say it like strong. Just like he say the white man the devil, he was like, by 1970, it's going down. And I'm reading this. And I'm living this 2006, 2007. I'm like, it's been 40, 50 years since then. What's up with that? But I kept on, because I always know it's just something about the message. Yeah, I just can't accept. He know what he talking about. Even if I don't know I know he know what he talking about. That's just how I felt. I don't know what he talking about, but I know he know what he talking about. I'm just, hey, he said it, hey, that's just what it is. So one day, I'm just listening to the theology of time. This was years. I'm just listening to the theology of time. And the messenger talked about how he said that the world was going to be destroyed by 1970. He said, I bet you think why it ain't destroyed by 1970. He said, just like when Allah told Jonah to go tell the people that I'm going to destroy the city in 40 days. Said Jonah went and did what Allah told him. Told, hey, he going to destroy this in 40 days. 40 days came, he ain't destroyed. Now everybody looking at Jonah like, what's happening? Thought you said, Joe, now that's time for them to start doubting Jonah. But the messenger said, he said God gave them mercy and didn't destroy it in 40 days. He said that was put there for us. Say Allah showing us mercy. He said because you shouldn't pray for that day. Because many of you not be ready. You will be lagging behind with a fearful and a doubtful mind. That's what he said. I was like, wow. All them years, I was waiting for the answer. But that's how Allah tries. Because another thing I was reading that was it was real. And confidence is gained through prayer. The messenger talked about how Allah will call us to account. He said it's the things that you had in your mind, whether you make a manifest or you hide it. Allah still gonna call you to account. Because Farrakhan had a lot hidden in his mind about the message. A lot of stuff in his heart. He was hiding. So the messenger say it's hypocrites, this honeycomb with hypocrites. Honeycomb. So Farrakhan had, listening to the messenger, bearing witness, being a hypocrite, like doing what hypocrites do, because they didn't see the full power of the messenger. Because they was there with him. A lot of stuff we can look back. They couldn't look back. This hypocrite ain't know what was going to happen. So he thinking I done fooled the messenger. Because the messenger say hypocrites don't just want to fool you. They don't just want to fool the messenger. He said they also want to fool Allah. That's a hypocrite. Holding something in your heart against the messenger that you ain't telling nobody. You think you getting away. Then the messenger die. Now the hypocrite can't control himself because he never believed in the message. Now you got a hypocrite bigger than him who hate the messenger just as much as he hates. But now this hypocrite in power. So now you can't hide your hypocrisy no more. Because you ain't about to fight for the messenger. Because you don't like him. You hate him. You hate the restrictive law. You hate that he's talking about the white race, but he's successful. I can go around black people and act like I love them because I'm the national representative, but what about when he gone? Now it's on you. Now you got to defend the messenger by yourself. Now you know it's in him. It's niggas who hate me, who see me. I don't know who these niggas is. Thousands of niggas. I know you hate me. But I hate all you niggas too. I hate you niggas too. I ain't one of them. That's a victim. I know these niggas see me. One time I was in the store. Brother just walked up to me like, you Khalil. I'm like, dang. It could go down anytime. You don't know. I was selling papers one time. Brother, like you the one. I'm like, God. It could go down. You don't know. You saying all this stuff for the messenger. They hate the messenger. They hate you. That's how Allah make what's in your mind. Because you really got to love the messenger in this day. Allah making us all manifest. All of us. Because you ain't doing this and not making no enemies. You ain't doing it. Because the messenger had enemies. The messenger's enemies is our enemies. Yes. They hated the messenger then and they hate him now. The followers of the messenger hated the messenger's enemies then, and we hate these niggas and hunkies now. Hate you niggas. I just pray to Allah. If any of these niggas want to hurt me, because I know it's probably something to do. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want nobody to get it misconstrued. I don't want to get hurt at all. But I pray to Allah. Let me get them before they get me. Any nigga that want to hurt me, let me hurt the nigga before the nigga. And if I got to go, let me, I don't want to go begging no nigga. I pray to Allah. I don't want to go like that. I want to go like the messenger say, go fight.
That's right. That's right.
Even when you know like, dang, these niggas got me. Because one thing about today, we have to trust entirely in Allah.
That's right.
We don't have no other choice. We ain't got no big FOI like the messenger had. We don't got no believer that you can go to Cleveland and you can go to Chicago and you can have. We don't have that. I remember a brother told me one time. He said he was out of town and he ran out of money. He said he called the captain and told the captain, and the captain called the city he was in and told the captain there to send some brothers to get his brother some money. I'm like, we can't do nothing close to that now. We completely on our own. Fighting these hypocrites with the help of Allah. Because the messenger taught us. He said, I gave you the truth. And I leave you with no excuse. Messenger taught us that the black woman is a prized possession. So even though now we at a disadvantage, we still got to tell the black man. The black woman is a prized possession. I don't care what these chump nigga Israelites say. The only way the black man will defend himself is he first have to defend his woman. That's why the messenger taught us, no nation can rise above the woman. If she ain't nothing, you ain't nothing. If you elevate her as you elevate her, you elevate yourself. It's another article that I want to read. Talking about the cowardly black man. Because most of these niggas want to make it to seem like it was feminism. So we talked about how the messenger in the 60s or in the 50s, all his rapes was happening. Black man wasn't doing that. Now let's go to 1969. This during the time where the feminism stuff started going on in America. This is an article from the August 8th, 1969, Muhammad Speaks. It's called The Forgotten Woman, Slave Plight of the Black Domestic. Now, a lot of people today don't understand what is a domestic. That's a maid. That's somebody cooking and cleaning in your house. So this was the Muhammad Speaks newspaper talking about the forgotten woman, the slave plight of the black domestic. It says, my grandmother was a maid. Could in all likelihood be said by the vast majority of black men and women in America. Yes. This was 1969. We were talking about black power. We had the Black Panther Party. We had all the Pan-Africans. We had Stokely. We had Huey, Messer, Malcolm, Muhammad Ali. But the forgotten woman was still the black domestic. The vast majority of black men and women could say, my grandmother was a maid. My mama was a maid. It says, although such a statement is not surprising in the light of past slavery and economic oppression of blacks, it is both tragic and ironic in this day of moonwalks and Mars probes for possibly more than 3 million black mothers to have to leave their homes and travel across city to scrub floors and care for white babies? Where was the Shahrazad's? Where was all the tough nigga Israelites? This was sad. This far after slavery, the vast majority of black people's mouths was going to scrub floors and take care of white babies. Let's go on any further than that. It says having to work long hours, moving heavy furniture. That's what these niggas don't talk about when they talk about these single mothers and baby moms. They moving heavy furniture for the white man's house. He ain't having his woman, because the nigga Israelites say, we don't put the woman on the pedestal. Them chump niggas say everything to disrespect. They don't put the woman, but the white man put his woman on the pedestal. She watching the black woman move heavy furniture. Let's go on, let's just go on. It says having to work long hours, move heavy furniture, disciplining children, scrubbing and waxing floors, cooking and washing windows. These devils had them doing top to bottom work. You moving furniture, discipline they bad white children now. They don't respect their mom. How much respect they got for her? So now you got to move furniture, disciplining their kids, and washing windows. It goes on to say, cooking and washing windows. These black women return to black neighborhoods, less $5 to $7 spent weekly for bus fare. Nigga man can't even come pick you up. You got to wait on the bus. That was the chump coward nigga. The tough guys, Kevin Samuels, high value niggas today. High value chump niggas in the 60s, in the 50s, and all the other times. You can't even come pick your wife up. She got to catch the bus. Got to catch the bus to the white man's house, moving his furniture, cooking his food, disciplining his children, washing windows. Then you got to go wait on the bus. Then it goes on to say, it says, only to find their own home untidy and their children needing care and attention. So you get back home to the chump coward Israelite nigga and he still wants you to cook some food for this nigga. Nigga like, where my food at? Like, nigga, I've been working for the white man. Why you ain't trying to prepare no food for nobody? FOI. Let's get this straight. It's the woman's job to cook and clean. That's their job. But the messenger say it's all right for you to help. Yeah. It's all right. If your wife's sick, you can cook some food. That's why all FOI should know how to cook. Single brothers should know how to cook for himself. Then a married brother, it shouldn't be no problem if you have to cook. Just cook something. So I know I can cook a little bit. I know how to boil some beans. I can make sandwiches. You know, I ain't no Chef Boyardee, but I can help. Because just like with the woman, she can help the man. But see, the nigga don't have no problem with that. Them coward nigga men, you at the house, you don't care that your wife working for the white man to help you pay the bill. You don't care nothing about that. But when it come to cooking, the nigga ain't gonna cook nothing. No, I don't cook. I don't clean no house. But she got to work for the white man. She got to take all this disrespect for him to get a little chump change. Then you got to catch the bus to come home to a nigga who don't appreciate you. An Israelite nigga. A lot of niggas was Israelites even back then. The only difference now is most of these Israelite niggas can be proud chump Israelite niggas. Because the messenger ain't alive. You couldn't be a proud chump Israelite nigga in the 60s like these niggas can be. And I love saying, because it's the facts. That's why them niggas don't say nothing to me. That's what I believe. Because what I'm saying is documented. When the messenger was teaching the black man, you was either a sympathizer with him or you was an enemy to him. Messengers say FOI is the military training of the men that belong to Islam in North America.
Yes, sir.
They fight wars over propaganda. You couldn't spread false propaganda against the messenger, or niggas would have got their head whooped. I love saying it because it's true. I love talking about because one more thing. We gonna get back. It's a lot of black people now to discredit the messenger. They be talking about it's a white man named H.L. Hunt who financed the messenger. That's what they say. They try to say that all of the economic gains that the messenger had was given to him by this white billionaire oil tycoon in Texas. But when you study America, because the black man hates the messenger because he taught us the truth. So they find anything to say to shade the messenger. He didn't really come and build no black economy. It was really some white man down in Texas. Now let's say that's true. Let's say this white man gave the messenger money to buy everything we got. So what? The messenger said in what the Muslims want and what the Muslims believe. He said, since we done gave the white man 400 years of free labor, he said he owed us at least 20 years to provide us with everything we need to start off a nation. That's what they owe us. So this hunky ain't giving the messenger, that hunky owed the messenger all this money. The messenger didn't just get money from him. He got money from Gaddafi. The messenger in the 1950s, when he spoke at the Bandung Conference, he told Nasser and all the rest of the Muslims, he said, think about your long-lost Muslim brothers in the West.
Yes.
Think about us. While you at this Bandung Conference, and all you rulers of nations, talking about how they get free of the white man, don't forget about your long-lost Muslim brothers in the West. When black people was talking about they should go help Haile Selassie and other African countries, the messenger said the smart thing to do would be ask them to help you. The messenger tried to get it from everybody. He said, we building a nation.
Right.
And to build a nation, you need help from everybody.
Yeah.
That's why in countries they have what is called foreign aid. Every country help other countries. Don't no country just do it by themselves.
Right.
But they hate the messenger. They hate their woman. They hate the fact the messenger taught us how to be a man. He said you got to be a provider. He said ain't nothing wrong with an honest, hard day's work.
Right.
If J.L. Hunt gave the messenger $1 million to open up your supermarket, and the messenger opened up your supermarket, where he giving a black man healthy food for a discount price, what's wrong with that? If J.L. Hunt gave the messenger money for the bank, and the messenger opened a bank for the black man, where you can put your money in and have your own bank, what's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that. White man don't think it's nothing wrong. Have your woman in his house cooking his meals. He don't think nothing wrong with that. He don't think nothing wrong with having your woman moving his furniture. He don't think it's nothing. But then she got to leave his house after his house clean, his family full. They about to go to sleep. Now she got to come home to you. Now your house unclean. Your children need to be tended to. He don't care nothing about that. So the messengers say we love those who hate us. They don't see nothing wrong. We're getting all our money. Them Arabs, they don't see nothing wrong with opening up a business in the black community taking all our money. They say that the black man's dollar stays in the community for 7 hours. Who but a nigga gonna say jail, huh? So what? Only niggas say that. That's why I hate we live in this town. We gotta tolerate niggas. I'm telling you. This is my last point, and we gonna move on. I never understood the military training of the FOI until this generation. When you look at the history of the message, you look how serious people took his message. You see how serious he took it. I didn't understand that first. I remember the first fight that I read about the message was when he went to New York in 1964. They said it was brothers who had a sign that said Muhammad is a phony. They said when them brothers saw them, they just beat him up, unmerciful. So when I first saw that, I was like, golly, just for having a sign that say Muhammad is a phony. Then they said another person was passing out anti-Muhammad paraphernalia. So me looking at that being in this generation, looking at how Muslims don't get upset about nothing, I was surprised at how hard Muslims went just for the message of the message. Because the messenger said if you take his message and you add one word to it, you make it other than the truth. He didn't say if you add a statement or if you add a quote. He said if you add one word to what I say, then you make it other than the truth. It's a lot of stuff I want to say, but we done run out of time. So brothers and sisters, we don't want to prolong the time. So I leave you as I came in the nation of Islam's greeting words of peace of Assalamu alaikum. Brothers and sisters, we rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful, soul master's day of judgment in which we now live. Thee alone do we serve, and thee alone beseech for thine help and aid. O Allah, please guide us on the right path of those upon whom thou spell thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray after they heard thy teachings. Say he Allah is one God. Allah is he of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is he begotten, there is none like him. And I bear witness that none is heard to be served, worship, or praise besides Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is thy true servant and last apostle. Ameen. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone that we wouldn't have done it to ourselves, and treat everybody right, even the devil. Assalamu alaikum.